TW25B grease, which is available in this half-ounce syringe or 1.5-ounce tube, as well as larger containers. To open the syringe, rotate the head in the open position where you line up the O-ring and close it. I know some people will have a problem getting the grease through when they apply pressure with the tip. Is very small orifice. You simply snip the tip of the razor. That creates a larger opening, makes it real easy to work with. The oil, MC2500, also known as the TW25B oil. It's the same technology and more of an oil base. Both are very low viscosity. The grease is a grease, but it's really light like cold cream. And in both cases, you're applying a very modest amount into metal surfaces, whereas you don't see it. Really polish it in. For storage, you want a gloss finish, and really for general use, spit polish finish. Very, very light. If you see the lubricant, you got way too much on there. You're just wasting it and hindering performance. You don't need a lot of the material to do a great job at protecting a metal surface, enhancing the ballistic event, smoothing out the action. You can do a shoot, fire hundreds of rounds, then do dry wipes with cotton patches. You'll see the carbon will come off. The lube is still there, protecting. Even if you can't see it, you have to trust it. So once our lubricant is making contact with the metal, it's acting as an environmental barrier to minimize hard buildup. So for the most part, you can use the cotton patches and Q-tips, great for rails, by the way, and use a nylon brush if you have to, especially when you're maybe applying our cleaner. But really try to avoid bronze brushes, which are going to abrade the metal surfaces, and try not to use super strong bore solvents, which have been very common over the years. Our philosophy is shifting to our lubricants. The need for those nasty solvents will be much less prevalent. Our cleaner works well with our product. Not necessary, but it does work well. pH neutral, very gentle, no nasty fumes. If you have solvent residue on the weapon, we do recommend you get the residue off. Number one, the solvent is designed to eat away at lubricants, so you want to get that off and apply our product to clean metal. If you have solvent residue on the weapon, amazingly, isopropyl alcohol does a nice job. Take alcohol wipes on cotton and wipe down those parts with some muscle behind it, and you get some residue off, and of course the alcohol will evaporate pretty quickly, and then you're ready to apply the lubricant. We recommend 91% plus isopropyl alcohol, also known as rubbing alcohol, available in the pharmacy. The 73% is too watery, it's too cheap, so even a bottle of the good stuff, pharmacy grade, is a couple dollars at the most. So that's a nice product. Really only needed for following up on solvent use, which hopefully you won't need as much. The alcohol is available as an item, where our cleaner is really designed to be the regular cleaner degreaser, which will clean off pre-existing lubricant as well as fouling. And the particles in our lubricant are so small that if you can actually rub in our lubricant, the patches will come out and you might have green on them. That's actually the lubricant drawing out copper fouling. So the lubricant is not a cleaner. Ours is an LP, not a CLP. But the particles themselves do a nice job at drawing out some of that hard buildup, which you're going to avoid in the first place by using our products only. We recommend, no matter what you use, do not mix technologies. Don't use one company's product for one thing and another company's product for another. There shouldn't be a need. Between our oil and our grease, you have the bases covered. The grease is more ideal for rails and other parts where you just want a little bit of product to stay in place. Oil is good for hard to reach spots. Barrels are a great place to lubricate, even at the trigger. But just use a modest amount. That is all you need. Once again, the grease and the oil are the same technology, just a preference of viscosities. And understanding that our grease and our oil are both called lubricant protectants. Some people misunderstand the terms. They're both lubricants, both protectants. To be compared to a CLP product, which is cleaner lubricant protectant. That's a solvated product with dumbed down performance because you're mixing the solvents against the lubricants, where this is clearly an LP. So step 1 is the cleaner, step 2 is the lubricant protectant, and you could even go just LP in some circumstances, especially with pistols, where you're dry wiping the weapon, and try not to use cleaners unless you have to, and if you do, follow procedures as I recommended. Use strong solvents if you absolutely have to, and you should get superior performance and fire more rounds through the weapon and get greater reliability and work in extreme temperatures and good for all environments, and you'll get the best performance out of your firearms and other metal hardware. Wish you the best of luck. Take care.